Hello, all my crafty friends. It's so good to be back. I haven't made a video in 6 months, and where does time go? Many of you might know, some of you might know that my mother is staying here until we finish her house across the street, kitty corner from us here on the mountain, and my daughter and her daughter are moving in with Mom to care for her. And right now they're all living in my itsy bitsy tiny cabin. So it's difficult to make videos. But I did manage to finish 3 more journals. These are Edwardian themed, and they're almost the same as each other. I worked on them over time, and sometimes I couldn't remember what I did to the one before and this and that, and finally managed to piece it all together. So here we are with the Edwardians. For you Americans or non-British like me that might have to look it up, the Edwardian period of time started in 1901 when Edward seceded the throne from his mother, Queen Victoria. So coming out of the Victorian age, there was a relaxing of colors, of styles, corsets loosened up, things like that. So these 3 Edwardian journals, there's a bookmark on each of them that has a key, and the keyhole is on the spine. These are hardback, 6 inches by 9 inches, and I took some random pretty pictures of Edwardian women and layered them on cheesecloth and lace here. These gorgeous lace flowers came from Neary's Laces. Love the accents and the special little things like that she's got. They're so pretty. Almost look like snowflakes on top of the flowers. And the words came off of little postcards that were in Graphic 45's Lady's Diary. I actually used quite a lot of those things through here. And then the back is plain. The upholstery is, it's not quite chenille. It's very soft. It's almost a soft tweed. So, and then the bottom, there's plenty of petticoats. A little cameo on each one there. We'll get to that. So let's go inside. I guess I'll peek inside each of these and show you the inside covers and then flip through one of them. Fabulous vanilla sari silk tie on this one. So the bookmark sits right inside. And the bottom of it has a Tim Holtz word coin. Wow, the light is not good in here, is it? The sun is coming in and out. This one says, "Be true to you." And I took a little bling and folded it over the edges to make it weighty on this yummy lace. I'm sure this came from Neary's. Neary's Laces. She is DC Scrap and Rooster. And then the other thing I used through here is Erin's My Scrap Cabin Shop has shared with me these fabulous crinkled seam bindings, which I've used on the tags throughout the journals. Neat stuff. So inside the covers, I have used the Lady's Diary signature page for the front and back, and I just put a little lace pocket there, and some tags from that fabulous paper collection. There's a lot of Charles Gibson to my digi stamps. My black and white images are mostly Gibson girls. A few of them are Harrison Fisher. But then the back end page has got that other fantastic, I think this was from one of the covers of the Delineator, and I just used it here. Oh, listen to Ralph Kitty crying. Hello, Ralph Kitty. I need to go make that kitty cat happy downstairs. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I got Ralph Kitty all squared away. We have to keep my daughter Emily's cat, Ralph, who's 18 years old, separate from Sunshine, Harry, and Gray, who stay upstairs and outside. So he's downstairs and he can hear me talking and wants to know what's up. So the second one, and I just call these gold, blue, and pink, the color of the tab on the bookmark. So this is the second, and inside blue. Here we go. Very much the same with the bookmark. This one says, "Own Your Dreams." And fabulous little lace flowers and such. A little bit different colors. And inside this, similar. Just love the coats that they had and the hats. They were such serious business, serious style. So the Edwardian period, I guess, lasted through 1901 to 1909, when Edward was on the throne. However, it didn't make sense because the Edwardian styles I had seen are often dated 1911, 1912, 1913, as many of the things in the Lady's Diary paper was. And I tied it up. I can't tell you how many times I've done that without its bookmark. But it turns out that the Edwardian fashion styles actually went through 1919. So although the political Edwardian period ended in 1909, we had an extra 10 years with the fashions. And I assume that's because the Roaring Twenties showed up. But I didn't go past that to find out why they changed the name. So this is pink. And I made 2 errors putting this journal together. Really upset me. And because I know that it's not perfect. I mean, we always have little things that are uneven and this and that, but these are actual mistakes that were made, and I feel funny about selling it. So I'm going to send this to a good friend of mine who loves the color pink. And one of the mistakes was, see if I can show it to you. There's actually the tiniest little shiny spot right here on the paper where I must have brushed some glue against it. And I hate things. I just can't stand it not being, and there's mistakes and then there's mistakes. And I know my girlfriend Christine will forgive my mistakes for that. Same with the keyhole on the binding. I really did have fun with these petticoats. I tried to layer them so they would be a little further out, each layer, and that you could actually see what was dripping off them in spots. So I guess I'll flip through the pink. And the word coin on this one says, "Be you bravely," which my girlfriend Christine certainly is. Okay, so we have all kinds of spectacular little tags that came out of the Graphic 45 set, the Lady's Diary set, and I've just stitched it to, this is, don't judge me, store-bought paper that looks like tea-dyed paper. And I still use tea-dyed paper throughout everything. I just found this quite convenient. And little postcards that came in with my, now I have a color Edwardian journal kit, full-size printables and a page of postcards on them. So most of these are Gibson Girls, or came out of one of Gibson's books. And they've got that light wallpaper that I backed it with. And then they are actually postcards. There's a faded postcard imprint on it. So those were fun. And the little word card that says Innovations. Some more Ladies' Diary, fun paper. Just some little inserts there. I love this. This came out of a Life magazine, and it refuted a story about Gibson, Dana Gibson, who drew the Gibson Girls. Just a neat little read. You can pause it and get the details on that. These really are pretty simple journals. I got the tabs on the top and the drippings on the bottom. Didn't do a lot of decorating on the pages. Since they're Edwardian, had to bring some Edith Holden. Or the fortune teller. So I think what I did with these was I printed a full set, all 12 pages of the Edwardian full-size pages, and then I put one in each signature of each book. Did I do that? I may have done the same one in each book. Anyways, there should be, they're 4 signature journals. There should be a page of these in each signature. They did have fabulous hats, didn't they? Little teacup and saucer there. And the artists, A Discerning Friend. Must have been a page from one of the books that he illustrated. In each of the journals, I just, I took embroidery bobbins and just scrapped them up with some lace and pretty little flowers. The brad in the middle is actually a button. I love those. Great Gibson girl. You can almost hear the swoosh of their dresses, huh? Some pretty little trim down the side. Some tickets sewn in here. Could easily work as a belly band, I bet. Another little tagged on with a paper clip, and it's got those fashions, and it's just stitched on some scrapbook paper with a little pocket. Style is a simple way of saying complicated things. So I just clipped her right onto the edge of a page here. That's the classic Gibson girl in my head. I think that's because when I first got into scrapping and doing things with high-end papers, that Steampunk Debutante had just come out with Graphic 45, and she was the main face on it. This is actually some masking paper that I had just folded every which way and made some pockets on. Pretty little postcard. And I do love this lace. I wish I could find more of this. So just, yep, some tickets. pretty little cameo. See if I can bring it closer. I never know what I'm going to use them for when I buy them, but I always know they'll get used for something. It's a pretty little daisy stamp. I do love this paper. It's the lined papers to teach children their handwriting, but the books have it turned the right way, so it's not a landscape, it's a portrait, and you can, anyways, I've had fun using these, tea dyeing them. Some fun little banners in the middle section. Looks like a great party, doesn't it? The caption is "In Paris." Love it when the white splotches get in, like the tea just didn't want to go there that time. Okay. Just adds so much character to the page. Pretty little stitched ribbon there. Some little postcards. Just love this trim. It actually came white, and I threw it right in some Lipton tea. Got that yummy aged color. The return of lace and ruffles. They weren't really big on ornate lace and ruffles, as I understand it. It's what I've read. So, during the Victorian times, but it all came back with such a vengeance. Just everything so light and pretty and floral again. Love that dragonfly. This is some really pretty fabric that I actually had a set of 10 napkins. They were very fancy napkins. I used to have, in another life, a big fancy dining room table that I kept all of the place settings quasi set up, and this was one of the napkins from that set, and I have been cutting it up for snippets, happily using it. A little bit of stenciling on the page. This is a book about Charles Gibson, Dana Gibson. I think he used the name Dana. I think he went by it. I've seen people refer to him as that, but the book on Gibson and all sorts of neat little passages, and I took a few out to be digi-stamps on the pages. I love that image and the little tags. The greatest game in the world, his move, drawn by Dana Gibson. He was a romantic, huh? Some pretty blue lace on that tab. Okay, we are in the third section. Oh, isn't that a fabulous drawing? We are to the last signature. This is where I made the second mistake of this. And you can't see it to look at it. We actually had an entire discussion around my dinner table about what to do with the pink journal, as if I was tossing it up for a vote, which I was not doing. I said, I'll know it's there. They said they'll never see it. It's in this, at the bottom of this signature, and I've got the drippings down. And what I did was, in the middle of it, I just dropped a page down, about 1/4 inch. We don't always line up our pages exactly right. It's part of the charm of junk journals, in my opinion, but this was way dropped down, and it was a no-no. I would not have sent it off as a purchase with like that, but It's still a good journal, I think. There's a little Eiffel Tower there. And I put that in because when I read about the events and things that people did back in the Edwardian period, there's always an expo in Paris or an art show in Paris that gets mentioned. So even though Edwardian is British, I associate it with Paris and what was going on then as well. Just another pretty page from Edith Holden. I invoked my paper punch, which I wish I used more. I really need to keep a bin of paper punches handier. So I see it and think, oh, yeah. Radio Flight in the Automobile. It was a good decade. This is a piece of cardstock page actually sewn in from the Speak Liz, from the Lady's Diary graphic 45 paper. There is a pocket there with some pretty trim. And another tuck there with one of the postcards. Pretty flower there. Where is the dreaded dropped page? There it is. You can see it. I cannot tell you how upset I was that I did that. I'll try harder, ladies. So, all right, we're to the end of this. Halfway through this signature. There's a guy who looks like he's a free spirit, huh? Tell me that that doesn't look like a monkey on the middle bicycle. I'm pretty sure it was. Or just a guy with a funny face and a beard. I can't make it out. I honestly thought that was two ladies and a monkey riding a bike. Give me your thoughts. It can't be that bad of a beard. I'm sorry. Let me know what you think. Maybe we can solve the mystery. Oh, look at that fabulous yellow dress. It's almost as great as her hat. I could have been a hat gal back in those days quite easily. Of course, we had Art Nouveau from that period of time. And the back cover. So, thank you for putting up with my rambling. Well, this is the scoop. Today is March 8th while I'm making this video. And we anticipate the last thing to go in before my entourage moves across the street will be the carpet. And that's scheduled for not this weekend, but next weekend. So we're talking weeks, definitely during the month of March until I get my craft room back unimpeded. And I should be able to hit the ground running, making a lot more videos and journals. Debating another course. I have one in my head. I don't know. I just don't know. I thought I'd play it by ear and see what the spring garden looks like and what my new schedule would act like without anybody here except for me and my honey bunny. So those are the Edwardians. I do have a list of about 10 gals that were waiting to buy a custom-made journal, and I don't know if they will want the Edwardians. I'll go through my list, and if they don't sell, I will pop whatever doesn't into my shop, and yeah. So I think that's about it. Stop by my Etsy. I've got a lot of digis. That's one thing I can still do is create the digi kits, regardless of what else is going on here, but I appreciate you stopping by, and I will see you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.